Today's recommended flick is The Monkey. I read the Stephen King short story in anticipation, which turned out to be a bad idea. Not because the movie was bad, far from it, but because I expected a straightforward horror adaptation. Instead, The Monkey flips the script, giving us a wild mix of eerie scares, dark humor, and straight-up gnarly death scenes. And honestly, it works. Director Osgood Perkins takes King's already creepy premise, a cursed toy monkey that causes death whenever it claps, and runs with it in the best way. This movie isn't just about cheap jump scares, it builds dread while throwing in some unexpected, and sometimes twisted, laughs. The balance of horror and humor is tricky, but somehow it nails it. 1 minute you're gripping your seat in suspense, and the next you're laughing at a moment so absurdly gruesome you can't help yourself. TheAtlantic.com wasn't lying about that blend. Now let's talk about the death scenes, because wow, if you're a horror fan who appreciates creative, over-the-top kills, this movie does not disappoint. Every single one is more shocking and brutal than the last, making sure they stick with you long after the credits roll. RottenTomatoes.com was spot on about that. The effects are practical and visceral, the kind that make you wince, but also appreciate the artistry behind them. A huge reason this movie works so well is the cast. Theo James delivers a performance that's way deeper than you'd expect from a movie about a murderous monkey toy. Tatiana Maslany brings that raw energy that makes every scene she's in feel alive. And Elijah Wood? Man, he was born for this kind of unsettling, offbeat horror role. Their chemistry keeps the story engaging, even when things get ridiculously bloody. GeekGirlAuthority.com knows what's up. Surprisingly, the movie isn't just surface-level horror. It actually digs into some real themes like generational trauma and the inevitability of death. It's not just about watching people get wrecked by a haunted toy. Though, let's be real, and that's a big part of it. It's about how fear and fate shape us. Spokesman.com caught that nuance. Of course, no movie is perfect. The biggest issue here is the tone. It jumps from horror to humor in a way that some people might find jarring. Datebook.sfchronicle.com called it out. Also, while the death scenes are sick, they do overshadow the character development at times. TheGuardian.com had a point there. But let's be real. If you're watching The Monkey, you're here for a fun, gruesome, and wildly unpredictable ride. And on that front, it absolutely delivers. It's weird, it's intense, and it's a blast to watch. Just don't expect a straight-laced horror flick. The Monkey has a recommendation level of a 7 out of 10, and I'm giving it a personal score of a 7 out of 10 as well. So, it's worth the watch, just maybe not while eating.
Hey, I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, consider subscribing. Also, feel free to check out our other videos as well. And don't forget to click the bell. And always, be creative.
Hey, I want some chips. No, Mia, you already ate.
E-Toonz. Be creative.